Hello, John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. I heard the news this morning about the sneaker firm Adidas. They've cut all ties, finally, with Kanye West. Yay, yuck, whatever the hell he wants to call himself. Sure, he was a musical genius. I said was, but he's on a downturn. I mean, he's continuing to say some crazy stuff, and like that time he blew up at while being interviewed at TMZ, and that rant he gave at in front of Trump, and and now this. Always wondering what the hell has happened to him, and now it's full blown anti-Semitism. Of course, I don't like that term anymore. I I created my own term for it: Judeophobia, Jew hatred. That's what it's about. Let's call it like it is: Jew hatred. The same as racism against people of color and other nationalities. It's the same as homophobia or transphobia against LGBT people. It's a prejudice. It, it has led to the most dangerous and tragic and terrible consequences if it's left unchecked. And we and so many companies have cut ties with Kanye. And now Adidas. That's how you hit them. They don't have a heart, so you hit them in the wallet. That's what that'll hurt them the most. And now, Kanye is not the first or the last celebrity anti-Semite. I'm thinking now about Henry Ford, the great auto entrepreneur, manufactured automobiles for regular folk, not just a toy for the elite, and utilizing the assembly line. And he was also one of the most infamous Jew haters in the country. He bought the newspaper, the Dearborn Independent, and used that to spew the most vile Jew hating propaganda, which was a favorite of the Adolf Hitler. Ford even got an award from Nazi Germany itself. So prejudice, racism, homophobia, transphobia, xenophobia, they have to be challenged, have to be called out when they rear their heads. That's what, and will stop them in their tracks. Maybe there's always a hope that the people who practice these beliefs or have these beliefs see the error of their ways and run from them far. That's happened in the past. And we always got to leave that door open. But until then, we are vocal against it. It's all part of the rise of fascism in this country. Yes, call it like it is, the F word, fascism. That's what's driving all of this racism and Jew hating and homophobia and transphobia. It's always been close to the surface, and it's popped up from the surface, mostly at the local level during the rise of the Tea Party movement. And particularly with the presidency of Barack Obama. All the crazy conspiracy theories around him that he wasn't born in this country. He was born in Kenya as a Muslim. Muslim. What's wrong with being a Muslim? I know some wonderful people who are the Muslim faith. Dear friends of mine. And Obama had to constantly show his birth certificate. But Donald Trump became a darling of the racists and the birther conspiracists, insisting that Obama was not born in this country. For what? Cheap publicity? So you have cameras chasing after him? So it can remain a media freak show? And now, the election of Donald Trump has enabled and emboldened the most blatant, vile racists to crawl out of the woodwork, crawl out of the sewers, and even assume positions of power, elected office, executive branch offices. I'm thinking of Steve Bannon and his fondness for that racist novel, Rag, Camp of the Saints. And Stephen Miller, the genius behind this breaking apart of families and detaining little immigrant kids in cages. There's a special suburb in hell for him doing that. That is what we're fighting. And our mighty weapon, our superpower as citizens, is to vote. Already, in several states, mail-in ballots have taken record numbers, far exceeding the last midterm elections, even exceeding the presidential elections. Americans, I urge you now to never surrender that precious, mighty weapon of the citizen, the vote. Get out there and vote, November 8th. If you can vote by mail, go for it. People in Georgia and other red southern states dominated by Republican legislatures are not being deterred by all these voter restriction laws. Like I'm thinking about the voter registration laws that prohibit people from handing food to people in line for hours, handing people food and water to people standing in line for hours. I know I'm not getting my words right, but I'm angry. And I'm worried about the future of this country. I'm worried about whether we should even keep pretending to be a democracy. Please, don't let the bullies in the streets or in the legislatures deter you. Get out there and vote. That's how we'll stop the tide of racism and fascism and anti-Semitism and homophobia and xenophobia and transphobia. We're stronger than they are if we band together and vote. And now I get to my advertisements. Hemperific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you'll find some of the finest cannabis-infused products, flour and gummies and candies and lip balm and hand sanitizer and dog treats. Yep, dog treats. Please look them up. Hemperificllc.com. And also, I now talk up my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is excellent in guiding you as you develop your professional career and your business. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and I hope you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs and professionals. Please look her up. growwithsnow.com. Okay. Well, our work is cut out for us. And we've been through some tragedies before, terrible events, Civil War, depressions, world wars, but we made it through by banding together. We're in a situation just as serious as the period leading up to the Civil War. In fact, I keep hearing, that term is being bandied about by the right wing. We're going to have a civil war. It doesn't have to be like this. For all their badassedness and technical gear and arsenal, they're punks and wimps and cowards. By banding together, we'll stand up to them and defeat them. We can do it. Okay, Americans, let's be worthy of the title American citizen. Be well. Happy voting. Bye.